Welcome to Cinemaker, and I am DTM. This is another episode of Streaming the Easy Way. What I didn't notice is, I think I'm gonna be okay. I hope you guys are having a great morning. So far, it's a good day, it's a good week. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about audio recording with iPhones. That's right. The way Cinemaker works and the way I have made my streaming work for me is by using the technology that I have handy, and some of that technology is Cinemaker. So let me go ahead and move a couple things around, because as I was going live, there were some phone calls coming in to my phone. Like, why is that? Who wants to talk to me right now? And so I wanted to add an image here before I get going. So let me see where it is, and there it is right there. That's my name. That's my name. Have you ever heard of that joke that says, that's my name, don't wear it out? I don't know where I heard it. I think it was the Marine Corps a long time ago. And so I said it ever since. Anyways, let's go ahead and get to what we're here about. All right, so the topic is audio recording with iPhones. And we are using Cinemaker, and this could apply for Cinemaker Director, Studio, which is what I will be showing you. Or it could also apply to Cinemaker Meeting Director, which is a webinar that I share. There's a webinar on Tuesdays where I share everything that has to do with Meeting Director. And Cinemaker Meeting Director is designed to superpower your Zoom meetings, whereas Cinemaker Director Studio is designed to superpower your live streams, live video recording, live editing, and then editing once in post-production. So there it is. There's words, there's keywords for stuff. Now, what is streaming? What is it that we do with Cinemaker? And that's the streaming, live, going live, recording live, editing live, all on one application, which is Cinemaker. So check that out. It's free to download, free to try out. I'll share more about that in a minute. Now, why do we stream, or why do we want these superpowers in the streams or Zoom meetings? And that's because of the costs are very basic. It's so basic that here's a few of my collection of iPhones. So I got a couple iPhones here. It's just an iPhone 5S. It's old, yeah. iPhone 6. I like these two iPhones, and I'm gonna talk about the audio in a minute, because they have the headphone jack here. They still have a headphone jack. So these were the last couple of iPhone versions that had the headphone jack. And I have another iPhone right here where I'm also gonna show you and talk about the headphone jack and how I have a lav microphone here. Boom. I got another iPhone here, and I got a couple other iPhones and so on. So these are devices that we already use in our everyday life. These are devices that we have become accustomed to create content, and now we're taking them to another level by including them into our streams or productions. And so I am checking here to make sure that we're good to go. Let me go ahead and refresh this page. Boom, boom, boom. Is it working? Yeah. It says the difference. Will I hear myself? Oh, there it is. We're good. Cool. That's still working. Nice. I like it. All right, so let's clear that out. I'm just going to close that because I don't need it in there. I don't even need that. Boom. Let's clean up our screens, please. Okay, so like I said, these are devices that we already become accustomed to, so it's real easy to just use this device as one more thing. And to be honest, that's why they're called smartphones, because I remember using a phone, the old texting phone. It had a little keyboard, and I can text real fast and respond fast and type real fast. And those were really cool because it allowed you extra flexibility in the device that you could take with you anywhere you want to go. And out in the street, so you're ready to text somebody, answer calls, and so on. Calendar, little things. But with the advent of smartphones, it's like a whole computer in your pocket. So I suggest that you take advantage of what your iPhone can do. And so what I have done is not got rid of my iPhones. Some of these iPhones that have been my day-to-day regular iPhones, and as time goes on and I upgrade to the next iPhone, I keep the old iPhone. I don't trade it in, I don't sell it, I just keep it and build from there. And right now I'm still rocking that iPhone 11. Oh, that's me right here, iPhone 11. And the 11 Pro Max. And then I'm looking right now at an iPhone 11 Pro. And then I have another iPhone to the side, and it's an iPhone SE. Yeah, there you go. I'm trying to remember what all these versions of iPhones. But basically, yes, you want to keep the iPhones. You want to go ahead and use them for your production. And today I'm going to talk about the audio. Now, so the costs are very basics. The devices that we already own, and there's no need to buy new gear. You can, but you don't have to. And to me, as an illustrator, streaming is a thing that I do as part of my career, as part of my marketing, as my social interaction and engagement with others. It's not necessarily video production, and not necessarily my career. So I don't want to get caught up in buying different types of gear for ton of different situations and different levels and pricing, because it can get there. So this works for me, for my purposes and for my things, and for this stream right here, because I have a Lav microphone right here that plugs into an iPhone, and through the magic of Cinemaker Capture, it's going into the stream and you can hear me right now. The quality is high quality audio and video with Cinemaker, and the way with this works. And hold on one second, what is happening? I'm streaming. Some people don't know I'm streaming. But the broadcast video and audio quality that you can get with these simple devices, it's enough for me, enough for my presentation, enough for my engagement, and I enjoy the process. So it's cool. I don't want to go and buy extra gear, even though, if I had the budget, I might, who knows, one day. And then in the meantime, I'm cool. So this is important, is that at least you get great quality audio when you're streaming and doing video production. All right, so one thing I will mention is that with Cinemaker, you can use multiple cameras and multiple screens to produce your streams, and I'm going to share with you what that looks like on a whole test device where I'm going to do my demo for today. All right, so let's go ahead and hop into it, right? What are the basic devices that we need for this audio stuff? We need an iPhone. You don't have to have the iPhone that has the headphone jack. You can use an iPhone, regular iPhone. This one's on right now. It's iPhone 8, and it has just a lightning port. All right, so you can work with that. And whichever iPhone you have, there's solutions for it, and that's what I'm here to share. Cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about audio with iPhone. So I am bringing in this audio right now into this live stream, like I said, with another iPhone. The way Cinemaker works, you download Cinemaker Capture to your phone, to your iPhone, free from the App Store. You download it. Once you open it, you open up, let me open over here. Boom, boom, boom. Yep, we got it. Let's go right there. Let's see how I can do that. Bam. And open up Cinemaker. You're looking at Cinemaker, and it's like, what do we do here? And you can select audio or video from the app within Cinemaker Capture. And like I said, it's free to download from the App Store. So let me go ahead and turn on the Wi-Fi so that this Wi-Fi is matching up to my setup that I have here on the side. And I'm just going to show you that setup right there. Boom, there we go. Let's go ahead and turn off the lower thirds. Cool. Now, my audio and video, it doesn't look so good. Why is that? What's happening? There we go. Nice. Sharpen me up. So this is right now, I'm looking at an iPhone right there. This is the webcam for this Mac. Then I have another camera way back there. This is that Sony 4K. It is connected to HDMI/NDI encoder, and that's how I'm able to bring it into Cinemaker right here on this Mac. Look how thin this Mac is. Oh my God. I need to take it home and hang out. We're going to hang out, iMac. That's right. And this is my desk. It's a mess. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry because I have an iPad here. You can run Cinemaker Director Studio on the iPad. This is the MacBook Air that I'm streaming to YouTube right now. That is what you're watching. And then and this is my demo setup. And I have a few other things that I'm going to share with you today. And then boom, this is the camera right here on this iPhone that we're going to use as an audio source also. So that's an audio source. It's just the lighting is not so great because of how close it is. This lighting is set up for those cameras, not for that one. But it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, cool. All right, so there it is. So now let's go ahead and check out the audio options in here, right? So let's switch cameras so that way I'm looking this way. And so I have this iPhone right here that I haven't used yet. I haven't turned it on. I haven't selected either video or audio. But and I can bring in audio with this iPhone or any one of those other iPhones. You won't be able to hear the difference because this demo setup is not connected to the stream to be able to hear the audio. So just trust me in the fact that we have audio options. So first of all, within Cinemaker, you make sure you can click through your little icons over there on the top right. And let me just make this a little, I kind of like it big, boom, boom. And look, I'm using 4 cameras and I have as many as 8 that I can bring in here. Ooh, I love it. All right. Stay focused. So right now, these are my audio sources that I am able to use right now. And when you use Cinemaker Capture on an iPhone, you can select the video option, and that video option includes audio. So I don't need to use a separate device for audio if I don't want to, but you kind of usually should, and because then you can have things connected to it. If I'm gonna wear it, then I may have the iPhone. I can put that in my pocket and then walk around, and I'm not attached to anything. I'm just la da 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 and going on and on. But you should have a separate iPhone for audio, because the things that I'm going to share with you today usually work best when the iPhone is just sitting there doing its job with audio, doing its job as an audio source. Yes, doing its job as an audio source. So here's the iPhone SE. There it is. I told you that was the iPhone SE. Number 1 on the bottom left, and it's number 1 on the top right here. And I can turn on the audio. Let me see. Are you gonna work for me? Oh, something is stuck because of the phone call. Yeah, that's what it is. That's why it's not showing up. How about you now? There's that one. Good. All right, so let's turn that off. So I need to walk over there and click on the screen. There was a phone call that tried to come in right as I was going live, and then when I was live. So you gotta pay attention to those and turn off notifications on your iPhones. Okay, so this is the encoder. So that's number 3. That's over there. So right now the encoder is capturing audio. And how do I know that? I know that because I'm looking right here on the screen on where it says number 3 and encoder, and I can see the voice meter moving. And so when I turn down the slider, boom, the encoder audio meter stops moving. So I know that's not doing anything. And then there's the iPhone 8, right? So let's turn that up. There we go, the iPhone 8. And so this is one way of having audio. Ooh, let's not look at it this way like this. Oof, let's go right here. So if I have this sitting close by, I got a lot of stuff on my desk, and I'm talking to my audience and I'm streaming, then this is a good setup to have where you don't really want it in frame, but it's an iPhone that will pick up audio and be part of the stream and the recording at that time. No wires required to probably put a power so that it doesn't die on me while in the middle of streaming. But there's enough microphones on this iPhone that it can sit very close by to me. And so look, now you can see other parts of the studio, but it can sit really close to me and pick up my audio as I'm talking and engaging with my audience. And so I like this option because then I don't have to buy anything. I don't need anything. I already have the iPhone. So I could have one iPhone for audio to keep close by to me so that it can capture what I'm saying, and another iPhone a little ways back that is capturing the scene. Now, I do own an iPad, and I can use an iPad the same way I would the audio here. So I would use Cinemaker Capture on this iPad and then be able to use this as a microphone. So that's one audio solution right there. Boom, just turn on the camera. Now, of course, on this camera, and that's why you can see my beard on that camera right there, is that I clicked on the video option when I started Cinemaker Capture. Whereas I could just click on the audio option and then there would be no picture and just audio. And that's great, that's perfect. However, I brought this out and selected video, so now that's what we get. We got video and audio. Okay, cool. The next option, and let's go ahead and turn down that audio. And so let's go here, is to then, instead of clicking on video like I did with that iPhone, I click on audio. And pay attention to this area right here on the top right hand side. So I have 4 audio sources right now. We will talk about current device in a minute. I'm going to try to cover as much as I can. So when I select audio as my option, then boom, there it goes. And look, it just popped in. It says the iPhone 5S. So now the audio is captured here on this iPhone. And like I said, this iPhone has the headphone jack. So I have 2 options with this iPhone. One, it could just be an iPhone that sits somewhere where it can capture the audio, right? No wires, no nothing. The other option is the one I like, and that one I'm using right now. So let's go ahead and crack this open because I don't want to take off my headphone. But my Lav microphone. But there it is. I have another Lav microphone right here. Okay, so on one side it's the microphone. Let's see if we can see that. There it is. Good. And so, and of course that clips on your shirt. The other side, it's a headphone jack. And I like these because then you will hear one type of sound. Your voice will sound one kind of way when you use the iPhone by itself. But once you put in a microphone and you plug it into the headphone jack, bam, your audio is just 100 times improved because this microphone is designed to capture that voice. And whereas these microphones on the iPhones, they're designed to capture all types of different things, different types of audio, whether it's ambient, conversations, your voice, music, whatever. But this is really set. And this is a Rode. It's a Rode little package that came. A friend of mine gave it to me as a gift, as a matter of fact. So he's a super cool dude. But it's a 2-pack. So this is one of the Rode microphones, and the other one is the one I'm wearing right now. It's a 2-pack Lav microphone, and it came with a little dongle so that I can even use it to plug in to one of these jacks, and then use the lightning connector to plug it into the phone, which brings another option. So again, this one is the Lav option. It clips onto your shirt and it plugs into your iPhone headphone jack. Cool, got it. If you don't have a headphone jack, then that's when we can use something like this. So let's go ahead and get rid of this iPhone. Let's turn it off. Boom, so there it disappears. I disconnect it. So let's bring this iPhone, and because this iPhone does not have a headphone jack, we can plug in this lightning dongle and then use the headphone jack from this Lav microphone. So that is a whole nother option. And the way this picks up audio will be 100 times better than the audio just coming from the iPhone. So you can combine little things to improve on your audio, especially like some of the artist interviews that I do, and I have a couple people next to each other or whatever. and I'm asking questions and they're talking, I don't want the audio. I need a better audio solution than just the iPhone, so that you could hear that one person talking and not so much background noise. And you can have one microphone per person so that you have more options here. So I didn't turn this on. Let's go there. Boom, there it goes. Bam. And so then you can turn change the audio levels depending on the person's voice. I'm a loud talker. I'm a loud voice. That's why I keep my microphone kind of low, because it'll start hitting the high end and rattling, and so my audio settings for when I'm talking are different from the next person who may not speak as loud as I do. So there we go, another solution. That's the third solution here. Now let's say, Dan, I don't have time or money to spend on a Rode microphone. I don't have friends who are just gonna give me stuff. Well, you need better friends. No, I'm just playing. In that case, remember that there are headphones. These are basic headphones. This is where I started. I started with basic headphones. You put them on, and you see this on Zoom meetings still. And so the people put them on. I think they're backwards. Yeah, I forgot how to wear them. And then that plugs into the iPhone. So now this one, of course, because it does not have a headphone jack. Oh no. Well, this one does not have a headphone jack. So then these headphones work great because they have the lightning connector. Bam. Boom. Nice. Yes. So there we go. We got audio and it's working, and Cinemaker Capture. Okay, right now it's on Cinemaker Capture, but for video. Let me change it to the audio. It's leaving the session. There it goes. Now let's click on audio. There it goes. It comes in. Boom, boom, boom. And so when you plug headphones or microphones in, it'll say internal. It'll be at internal. It'll give you a notification. It'll say that, and then it'll change to headphones or external audio source. So this is really, really great options to picking up audio. So now it's just on audio. That way I can flip it and turn it, and it's not gonna give us a picture. All right. So these are the headphones that have the lightning port. I also have headphones, regular headphones that have the headphone jack. And I use these all the time. And then, of course, so if the iPhone does not have a headphone jack, well, then you have the little adapter. Boom, headphone in one side, got it, and then lightning on the other. Bam, there you go. Now, if you're like me and have a beard, then you be careful about where the microphone is, because if it starts to rub on the beard or the shirt, it's gonna make the little extra sounds. There it is. It says external microphone. Yes, I can unplug that. There we go. That's another option. So that's why I have a lot of stuff here. Now, so this is like some of the solutions that work for me, because I'm a very simple person doing simple type of streams, and so I like to tell people we're not producing Star Wars here. Okay, this is real life, basic solutions to work with the gear that I already have, and that's why I have all of these little options so that I can pull in and push out whatever I need at that time when I'm recording something. But one thing that I have learned as time goes on is how to add other audio sources into Cinemaker Capture, into an iPhone, into Cinemaker Director Studio or your Cinemaker meeting director. And so that's when we start bringing things in like this lightning adapter. On one side it has a USB and it has a power. So you definitely want to make sure you keep your devices charged when you're using these extra devices, because it will squeeze all it can out of the battery. But there is a USB side to this, a USB, what do you call this? It's a USB option on one side, and the lightning cord on the other. So then that's when you plug into your phone, bam, and you can plug in your USB microphone. I don't have one of those here right now. or you can plug in a USB source with the audio source into this spot right here. So what's another USB audio source? See, because sometimes people want to use real microphones with the XLR setup. They want to use maybe a lav microphone, which a lot of times here in the studio, that's what we use. It's a lav microphone. And so again, this part is the lav that clips on your shirt. But the other part is the XLR, at which point now we need a mixer. And so audio mixer, sound mixer, I don't know what you call these things, Pro Audio Series. In any case, it's got all the little knobs, and it has a place where your XLR connections go. And so now you have a microphone, a real microphone. You want to sound real cool when you're talking. And so then, of course, there's a wire missing here, but there'll be a wire that goes from the microphone to the back of the audio mixer. And on the side, you want to look for the kind of audio mixer. If you're going to use an audio mixer, you're going to need to look for two things. One is this USB out. The second thing is power. It needs to have its own power. There's a lot of mixers out there now that draw power from the USB to connect the USB to a computer so you can use all kinds of different microphones. However, those don't work as well as the ones that already have their own power and supply power through USB to wherever it's going. So the computer doesn't have to work as hard to pick up what it needs. And I've had a bad experience with those kind of mixers that do not have their own power. So there it is, got its own power and its own switch, and it has the USB. And so this USB connection goes from here on this soundboard, it goes to here on this lightning dongle. And once you do that, the audio, that whatever audio, microphones and anything you got going on here is showing up through here into Cinemaker Capture. And once it does that, boom, it comes right into Cinemaker Director, Cinemaker Meeting, and you can have a whole orchestra, a whole DJ booth, performance stage, whatever you want going through an iPhone. A lot of churches and venues are doing this right now, is using a soundboard or whatever kind of audio setup and making sure there is a USB wire going right into this USB spot. Now you can have the headphones, and I don't have one of those wires right here right now, but if you had a headphone jack, let me see, there it is, let's see, there it goes. No, this one doesn't have a monitor. I don't see a monitor. It says CD in, boom. But if you have a headphone connection here, a port for your headphones, then that wire could also be the one that goes into the iPhone as a headphone jack in one of these other iPhones that have a headphone jack. But this has been a great solution for a lot of things, and I have used this. I don't have this audio mixer myself. I have a different one, and I have a couple microphones, and I have recorded many a conversation between artists, and they will each have their own microphone. They go in through the mixer, and then from the mixer to this USB dongle that goes into the iPhone, and bam, Cinemaker Capture does the job of pulling in the audio into your setup. Now, this everything I just shared works the same whether you're streaming from a Mac or an iPad, because it's not dependent on what type of device Cinemaker Director is working with. It's not dependent on that. It's dependent on having an iPhone. And so that's why I wanted to go through all these different ideas and options of how you can use your iPhone to help bring in audio into your streams. This solution will work whether you're on a Mac, and this is an iMac right here. Let me turn off my lower third so you go, it doesn't matter, you already know. There it is. There's the iMac, there's the iPad, or a MacBook Air. Cool. All right, so that covers using iPhones. I have one more thing to share with you. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm excited. I get excited about this. All right, so the last thing is, let's move this out the way. I don't need this iPhone. Let me close it. Yep. Boom, there it is. It just, there's a notification that says, okay, that you lost an iPhone there. I know, because I did that on purpose. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so now let me grab these headphones. There it is. So there is been an update to Cinemaker Director Studio, where now you can use the Mac as an audio source itself. There it is, current device. Oh my gosh. So there's some audio right there. You can see it. As I move the slider, you can see the audio picking up. What's up, what's up, what's up? That's the Mac right there. And the one thing with that is that you have to check your audio. There we go, sound mic speakers. Your system audio settings so that you have the right microphone chosen. So right now it says iMac microphone, and so we know that the microphone for the iMac is working, and then you can see it moving here on where it says current device. And I don't want just that microphone. What if I was to plug in something? What if I was to plug in these headphones? This is a set of headphones, right? They have the microphone on one side and it goes like this. And if I was to plug that in, then I get better audio. Or if I was to plug in my lav microphone, I would get better audio. Yes, yes, now you have that option. So if you have a Mac, then it's a great way to use Cinemaker Director Studio or Cinemaker Meeting Director on your Mac device and take advantage of the audio settings that come from the Mac into Cinemaker, and that means that you could also use use the headphone jack and bring in your own audio source. There may be more options as you're able to plug in things into your Mac. It depends on the Mac that you have, USB-C connections, USB connections. I have not tested the soundboard, and maybe I should, the audio mixer. Maybe I should test that and see what happens. Right now, I do have another set of headphones. These are plugged into this MacBook Air, and I could use these as audio. Let's see, should I? Right now, you can hear me with the lav microphone, and I can hear myself because I just turned on the audio monitoring right now. So let's go ahead and use current device and see. Oh, there's the echo, and now no echo. And then there it is. This is the audio from this microphone right here. And you know it is because I just tapped it. I'm sorry, I don't know what it sounds like because I need to check my audio here. This is good. But there you go. Plugging in some headphones. And it works, right? Now let's go ahead and unplug them. Oh, but I won't be able to hear myself if I plug in the Lav Mic. That's crazy. Now, how could I monitor my audio? I could have my AirPods on. If I have my AirPods, then I'll be able to monitor and then plug in different things and see how they work. Let me and see. But you hear the rubbing? Oh, there's the rubbing on my beard. You hear that? Yeah. See, a beard wearer like me. Yep. Okay. Cool. There he goes. Boom, boom. That sounds better. The lav microphone through Cinemaker Capture on an iPhone sounds a lot better. But it's still options. It's still good options to have handy for those of us who want to use the basic devices that we already own. Oh, let's go ahead and use the basic devices that we already own, basic gear and equipment, and you don't have to go out there and buy stuff. Even though it's kind of cool, you know, when we spend money on some things. I am guilty of finding things on Amazon. Like, you know what, let me try that. You know, let's see how that goes. So that's a great set of options for audio. Please let me know, what is your audio option? Or what is your solution? What is your setup like? And even let us know, what are your requirements? What are you looking to record? What are you looking to capture that that you want to bring into Cinemaker Director Studio or into Cinemaker Meeting Director, and we will discuss together, find the right solution for you, test it out. There's some things that I have access to, some things that we're just gonna have to figure it out as we go. But I love troubleshooting with you. I love troubleshooting. Okay, so last couple things I like to do is to tell you that you can download Cinemaker Director Studio from the App Store right now. Okay, just go to the App Store, go into the Apple App Store. That's the wrong lower thirds. Thank you, there it is. Let's go ahead. App Store and download Cinemaker Director Studio. It is free. You get a 7-day free trial to test out all the options. Kind of like me. Right now I had this. You see how I have up to 8 cameras right here. 8 cameras. There it is. So once you for the 7-day trial, you get to test everything that Cinemaker Director has to offer. After 7 days, the app is still free. You can still use the app for as long as you want, except that you'll be limited by some of the settings, including the audio. You want in that case, for the free version, you want to use your video option to bring in the video option in Cinemaker Capture, to bring in the audio into Cinemaker. So those are little things that you have to pay attention to. But then again, it's only $20 a month, $200 a year to subscribe to Cinemaker Director Studio. So if you like it, if you enjoy it, and you want to squeeze all you can out of the devices and the gear that you have, then I suggest you go ahead and make a jump into the subscription. Very, very, very cool. So go ahead and download, try it out. Let me know what your solutions you're looking for. And when I say get at me, I'm for real. Let me see. What did I bring in my? I sure didn't. I think I missed it. Oh my gosh. You know what? I had a little floating text for my contact info. It's Dan@cinemaker.net. Go ahead, get at me. Say, hey Dan, I got some questions. Hey Dan, I'm looking to work on my streaming this way, that way, for this and for that. Okay, cool. Let's talk about it. Let's go ahead and I'll throw some links your way. I will go ahead and find the ways to make your setup work for you. So there it is. What's up, Christopher Weller? Your audio seems to be out of sync. Yes, it was. Does the problem come from the fact that it's the beta version? No. Do you have a problem with your Wi-Fi network? Thank you, Christopher Weller, for those questions. That's cool. I'm glad you noticed. No, so the out of sync is because I'm using a lot of systems here, and sometimes I'm hopping back and forth from one device to another, and so the audio is only coming from one device. And let me see. And there it is, out of sync. Yeah, so there's a lot of out of sync happening right now, and it's probably something else that's causing interference. I do have 2 Cinemaker systems going on right now at the same time, and they're both using the Wi-Fi. So yes, my Wi-Fi network is being squeezed as much as it can. Don't try this at home. I appreciate that. Thank you for the comments and the questions. Yes. Let's see. Where was I on this? Oh, yes. Yeah. I was just checking the comments, and there it is. Dan@cinemaker.net. Check out the Learning Center at cinemaker.com. There's a lot of how-to articles and videos that explain every step of the way on how to use Cinemaker Director Studio. And then, of course, check out our YouTube channel. This is where you are right now, Cinemaker Studio on YouTube. And check out Cinemaker app on Instagram and Twitter. Okay, my name is DTM, aka Dan Flores. I am an illustrator who loves to stream and loves to share what I know. So go ahead and try it out. Check out the audio options that I just shared with you today, and please let me know how you intend to use these audio options to stream, to add superpowers to your streams or meetings. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Until next time, DTM. Let's see. Here we go. Boom.